Uh, Hello, Ashutosh sir. Is there?
Hi, I have joined. Just give me a second. Yeah, I have joined. So I'm live now. I'm here only.
Yeah. Sir, can we start? Abhishek sir, can we start?
Yes, please go ahead. Looking forward.
Sunny, is it? Welcome to Meet My Money, uh, presented by, and I would like to congratulate each of our participants who have participated and have reached the round three. You can go on to the next slide. Moving forward, I would like to give a huge shout out to our amazing sponsor, which is Estrella Global Ventures. They are event sponsor. Uh, Also, I would like to give a huge shout out to title sponsor, which is First Ventures, associate sponsor, Boston Institute of Analytics, co-associate sponsor, Greenisty, co-partners, DS Solution, Skill Arena, and Finolearn. Event partner, DigiGrad, MacV, and Primetime. Holiday partner, Mindflix. Healthcare partner, Venus. Official corporate gifting partner, Elan Accessories. Sustainability partner, Talmail. And gifting partner, Prabhat. Uh, we will also like you to show a audio visual of one of our sponsor. We can go to the next slide. So this was the ad by one of our sponsor, DreamSpy. Now I would like to go on and introduce our judges, Mr. Abhishek. Mr. Abhishek is a seasoned investor and a investment banker. He he has around 10 million rupees, $10 million under his asset advisory. He specializes in handling wealth for Indian NRIs, trust listed companies, family offices, and act as their personal CFO. He has been working in top-tier multinational investment services firm with over 3.5 billion assets under his advisory. He is an aggressive business leader with innovative go-to-market strategies. He holds a graduate degree in commerce from University of Delhi, master's in commerce from Annamalai University, currently pursuing his executive postgraduate program in banking and financial markets from IIM Bangalore. He believes in lifelong learning and has successfully completed various advanced courses in derivatives, finance and behavioral finance, fundamental analysis, risk management, technical analysis, and family office wealth management. We welcome you, sir, in our event.
Thank you for inviting me to your event. Looking forward to it.
Let's
Okay, hi guys. So today I have the pleasure to introduce you to our second judge, Mr. Ashutosh Kashyap. So Mr. Ashutosh is actually a pure entrepreneur by nature, and this is evident if we look through his life's journey so far. And this goes all the way back to his 12th grade, where he would sell projects and decrease the supply to cause a spike in the price. He eventually dabbled in a variety of things in college. He became a faculty member and he also gave IIT a shot. But eventually, he started his first startup. Despite having almost no prior knowledge or skill regarding startups, he still managed to turn it into a profit extremely quickly and eventually shut it down as a successful, profitable business. He then went on to work with multiple successful college startups. He also picked up a handful of valuable skills like risk analysis, negotiations, B2B relationship management. One of his main goals is to improve self sufficiency through bootstrapping and reduce external dependability. He wants to help students as much as possible by teaching them about bootstrapping. And equally importantly, he's actively working towards preventing startups from being conned by fraudsters in the ecosystem, as we all know that that's an issue that needs to be desperately addressed. He's also completely into decentralized finance, which is something I personally find really cool, and I'm sure a bunch of you do too. He's into Solidity, which is a programming language on which you can create smart contracts to implement on various blockchains. And honestly, at the end of this event, we would all love to know which cryptocurrencies you're bullish on in your portfolio. And speaking of portfolios, I think it's time we should get started with the event. But before that, if there's anything you would like to say, Mr. Ashutosh.
Thank you guys. Thank you for the warm welcome, and yeah, looking forward for the event. Thank you.
Uh, I request Hriday to go on with one of interesting one of the interesting activities that we are going to conduct. Hriday, you can start.
Hey guys, we recently shared some information about our amazing sponsors. And to make sure that all of you guys are more engaged, we have planned a little quiz about the sponsors for you guys. It's a fun thing. Um, 4 questions. I will start now. If you guys have the answer, please raise your hands. Also, yeah, do please switch your videos on. I'm going to begin with the quiz. First Ventures is a fully integrated e-commerce service solution company that integrates all e-commerce functions and provides end-to-end solutions across the entire value chain and geographies. Their expertise includes the following sectors. Option A, banking and finance management. Option B, hospitality. Option C, business outsourcing. And option D, all of the above. If you have the answer, please raise your hands and we will.
Can you please repeat the question if possible?
Sure. First Ventures is a fully integrated e-commerce service solution company that integrates all e-commerce functions and provides end-to-end solutions across the entire value chain and geographies. Their expertise includes the following sectors: A, banking and financial management; B, hospitality; C, business outsourcing; and D, all of the above.
Is it all of the above?
Yes, that is correct. First Ventures has an expertise in banking and financial management, hospitality, and business outsourcing. Well said, well answered. Our second question is Elan is a high Indian handcrafted lifestyle accessories brand. Which among the following are their values? A, delivering high quality goods at reasonable pricing. B, evolve with customer and their changing needs. And C, make products that are harmful for the environment. D, both A and B.
A and B.
Yes, that is correct again. Aryan Sangvi gets 2 out of 2 correct. He is currently leading in this quiz. Unfortunately, there are no rewards for anyone who wins, except you win the hearts of the people attending this competition. And trust me, that's the best kind of reward you can win. Number 3, Boston Institute of Analytics is an international organization that imparts training in predictive analytics, machine learning, and artificial intelligence to students and working professionals. Which among the following are the features of the Boston Institute of Analytics? Option A, courses designed and developed by top industry professionals. Option B, work on real industry case studies. Option C, experienced teachers are from across the globe. Or option D, all of the above.
I think
Option C.
No,
Option
I think
C.
it's D. D.
Sorry, that is D is correct. Not C. It is all of the above. And I think we're beginning to sense a bit of a trend over here. That's just because of the amazing opportunities that our sponsors offer and the wide range of services that they have. And with that, we get to our last question. Why should a student enroll for a course with Finance Box? Option A, they provide a personalized learning. Option B, they use financial tools to empower you. Option C, they provide the students with a valuable certificate that takes you a long way. And option D, all of the above. Can anyone take a guess over here?
All of the above.
Yes, that is
Didn't expect that.
completely unexpected answer, but it is option D, all of the above. They provide you with all three of them, and that brings us to the end. That brings us to the end of this quiz, and the winner of this quiz is all of you guys, because you all got to hear about such amazing, brilliant sponsors who have such amazing features. So please check them out. And with that, I hand it over to Jetra to take the event forward. Thank you.
Yeah, so let's get started with the first team. Sahaj.
So our first team is Team Red. Red 3 and 9. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I think we can begin.
Tech volunteer, please spotlight both of these participants. Judges, they will be having 5 minutes to present, followed by 2 to 3 minutes of question and answers by the judges. You can spotlight and you can start the timer.
Oh, okay. Can we do we have to share the screen or?
No, actually our tech volunteer will be sharing the screen.
You
And
can see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen. So are you starting this PPT?
Do you want to go ahead with the PPT first?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, actually, why don't you hand over the remote control?
Yes. Team, do you want me to hand over the remote control to you? If you want that, you could send a request and I'll accept it.
Okay. You mean I can share the screen? Is that?
no, just ask for request remote control access.
Okay.
Also,
from
let
where
them
do
know exactly when you stop the stopwatch.
Yes, please.
Yes, the timer
So
will be
कहाँ
there
से
on-
करना है वो? How do we ask for this? Okay, request remote control.
Red 03.
Okay.
Red 03 will have to turn on their camera. Thank you. The timer will begin as soon as you start.
Okay. So can you start this PPT so that I'll just have to move the screen if that's possible?
Alexia is present.
You have the access to play with the remote control, so you can change the slides as per your convenience.
Okay, I'm not seeing that option to start a slideshow. अच्छा ठीक है, you only do that, so I'll just tell you कि कौन सा कभी slide change करना है. That would be more convenient.
Well,
Yeah,
actually, quickly change to full screen view, please.
Yeah, okay.
Check the entire screen. That will be convenient.
Are you able to see my screen?
Yes. I think yeah, now we can start. So good afternoon and happy Independence Day to everybody. And thank you so much for joining and giving us this opportunity. So I'm an investment banker, as you all might have guessed by now. So one day, this is Mr. Muralidharan, one of my prospective clients, and he comes to me and says, you know what, you run a very successful investment banking division, and I want to invest my hard-earned money with you. So how can I do that? Next slide, please. So he has no idea about what is investment, kya hai, kaise karna hai, especially after the pandemic. So he tells me, you know what, this is the money. You explain how you're going to do that. If I am comfortable with it, I'll go ahead with that. Next slide, please. So this is the investment approach which I follow. Investments are a dish. I follow this. I am a foodie. I'm a Gujarati. I love to eat. So this is the process which I follow. Equities are sabji. You can't go, you can't, have your meal without a sabji. Fixed income is roti. Sabji ke bina roti is not possible, and vice versa. Gold and commodities are dal rice. I mean, Every Indian eats dal rice, irrespective of which region he is living in. Forex is chas and lassi. Now, in some places people use chas and lassi. At some places they do not. Crypto is like desert. Desert मतलब कभी कभी मिलता है, रोज तो नहीं मिलता है. You don't eat desert every day. So crypto is like desert. This is what my rough basic framework is. Next slide, please. So equities, may I follow this 3-step process while selecting any stock. So first is clean books of accounts and clean promoter. Ades's are the companies in India, they are wiped out in the first criteria itself, clean books of accounts and clean promoter, because most of them are, chore companies in India. You just see their audit report and you'll get to know what is wrong if you have even basic knowledge about what financial accounting is. Second is minimum return on capital employed 15%. Why 15%? See, 5 to 6% bank is giving, and India's GDP growth has been, let's just calculate 7%. So 12% to mil hi raha hai. So if I'm getting 12% on the capital which I'm invested, then it's a bad investment. So 15% minimum. Revenue growth 12%, you need minimum. Since GDP growth apna is 7%, so we need at least 5% risk-free returns. So 12% year on year minimum. Next is bonus, which is unexplained, undefined monopoly. Monopoly, matlab market monopoly is not equal to market leader. So any time you say why this company is number one in the world, they'll probably say uska brand value zyada hai. So brand is, you can't explain what is brand, kya hai, why. So you need to answer this why. And most of the times in monopolies, this why will be undefined and unexplained. Next. So these are the companies which we selected: Asian Paints, HDFC, AU Small Finance. So nobody in their right minds in the past 20 years or the next 25 years can even think of challenging Asian Paints. Asian Paints is not a paints company. Asian Paints is a tech company. And most of the companies you'll see here, they are tech company. They are not HDFC Bank. It is not say banking. It is a more of a tech company, more on the tech side. AU Small Finance, Nestle. Nestle now is a very interesting case study. I don't know if I have time, but I'll just tell you in the brief why it is a monopoly. Nestle is not Maggie. Nestle ka monopoly is they have 97% market share in baby products. Ka jo milk milta hai, the baby powder, 97% market monopoly. Aisa nahi, other companies can't start. But the thing is, Nestle started selling it maybe 20 to 30 years back, where it was easy to get the license. But now it is not easy to get a baby powder ka license. So it is an unexplained monopoly which you cannot break. Same with HCL, Page Industries, etc., etc. So next slide. Maybe I don't have much time to go on into details, but yeah, I'll try as much as I can.
Next slide.
Yeah, next slide. Next is, do you think you're smart? These companies have performed well in the past. You think they'll perform well in the future? So honestly, I don't know they'll perform well in the future or no. But let's take 2 hypothetical examples. So this is all the companies which I've selected. They have their return on capital employed at least 20%. At least 20%. So I can expect returns to be 26%. 6% ka margin of safety margin which I can expect. So let's just take 2 stocks. अगर एक stock goes up by 26% and another one goes down by 26%. So over 10 period of time, if we average it out, my portfolio value will be 17.6%, which is a pretty healthy return. So I'm not smart.
Participants, you are requested to just finish it in the next 30 seconds.
Next 30 seconds. Okay, I'll just go forward.
Your time is up.
Yeah, can you please move as thoda fast? Can you please change the slides? Yeah, fixed income is at a bubble. Market is overvalued. So just to keep a margin of safety, I'll be investing in fixed income securities. Next slide, please. Keep on changing it quickly. So this is my favorite quote: ability to sit on the ass and do nothing until a great opportunity presents, by Charlie Munger. So I feel the market is overvalued, so I'll be sitting on cash. Next slide. Commodities. So they have inverse the stock market and gold have inverse relationship. So I'll be more focusing on gold because I feel the market is going to correct in the next 2-3 years. So gold prices would probably fly high. Next slide, please. Yeah, so commodities, I'll be betting on gold and water for but obvious reasons. Maybe I can go on to the next slides quickly. Forex. To be honest, I have little to no knowledge about Forex. So I will be, this is the definition I got from Google, and I'll be using it. Forex as a hedge, I'll be using it. Maybe if things go wrong, Forex would probably help me there. Next slide, please. Yeah, crypto is another riskiest asset, but also the returns are also huge. So I'll be using it. I'll be just giving it 10% allocation. So it may be successful, it may not be successful. If it is not successful, I may not lose much, but if it is successful, I may win big. So heads I win, tails I win too. Next slide, please. So yeah, these are the best case scenario, medium case scenario, and the worst case scenario. Although 3 years is not a good time to judge an investment, I would probably want 10 years as a minimum year term period to judge an investment process. Next slide, please. Yeah, this is my favorite quote from the book Psychology of Money. You are one person in a game with 7 billion other people and infinite moving parts. The accidental impact of actions outside your control can be more consequential than ones you consciously take. Matlab, even if I make all the best decisions in the world, like COVID, I did not expect it to happen, but it happened and all my investments failed. So even if I make the best decisions, sometimes things don't work out, and we'll have to accept and live with that. Yeah, I think I'm done with the PPT part. In case I have time, I'll go with the Excel, or maybe we can start with the question and answer.
Palakshi has screen share Excel, and judges, you can start with the question and answers.
So, first of all, I would like to understand from you in a quick 15-20 seconds. When you said that you will invest in Forex, how will you invest in Forex?
So I'll be honest, I had zero to no clue about how Forex works. So I
How would you
Googled
invest in gold? How would you invest in gold then?
gold. So this is my simple. This I work on. If the market is going up, gold is down, and then the market.
Not that. I'm asking, how will you invest? Like if you
So in the brief, we've given them rules and we've told them to only use the spot price, no futures trading for
No
commodities.
future trade.
And we've also, and the 5 asset classes we mentioned, they all have to have a minimum 5% investment in each, which is why even though he doesn't have an idea, he had to do it.
Okay.
And under Forex, we've taken the top 10 most tradable and highly investable foreign Forex pairs. So they'll most probably be profitable in the next 3 years too.
I don't have any such questions because like आप लोगों ने distribute करके explain तो कर ही दिया है सब कुछ, so we can just score on this thing.
Yes, I think let's move with the next participant.
Okay.
So sorry for the time constraints, but I hope you got a rough idea about what we are planning to do. So sorry about that.
We can go on with the next team. Next team, Crimson.
Also, guys, there is a timer on your screen being displayed, so just keep an eye out for that and try and finish in time.
Next team is Red 06 and 13.
Red 06 and 13. Red 06 and 13.
Can both the teams just turn on their, sorry, both the members just turn on their cameras and say something so I can pin them?
Hello.
Yeah. Please turn on your camera.
I just like to inform the organizers and the judges also that my partner could not come due to health emergency, so I'll be the only one presenting and preparing for the round.
Please go ahead.
Yeah. Does my time start?
As soon as you start, I'll start the time.
Yes, you can move on to the slide. First slide. Yes, so basically, I have to allocate funds for an HNI, right? And for that, it's important for us to have an overview on the markets. So as far as international markets are concerned, like overall, it was a nightmarish economy or situation for the entire international economy, recessionary atmospheres, and obviously entire 2020 had very sluggish growth. But the IMF has projected a 6% growth for the year of 2021, and which might moderate to 4.4% in 2022. But that's, I think, a positive scenario as far as this is concerned. And yes, this is due to the additional fiscal support, the vaccine-driven decisions which have been taken. And yes, international stock markets at the moment are at an all-time high, as we all know. And they are slated for further highs in the next years due to the emergence of tech companies, which are really playing the game well. So, so yes, that's about the international markets. Can we move on to the next slide? The Indian markets, yes, we had 3 quarters of very dismal growth, but slowly we're picking up due to the obviously relaxation of the restrictions and all those things. The sectors which have won in this pandemic are fintech, edtech, health tech, wellness tech, consumer tech. We've seen even on the startup side and the listed company side, both of them have performed really well in the past 3 quarters. And Indian markets have recovered from the 2020 slump, but I feel that the bull run currently is more because of the foreign inflow of money. And whenever that has stopped or that has curtailed, the markets have suffered. That's what I've observed. So that is a weakness which is existing in the Indian stock markets of like till date. So that needs to be considered when we are hedging for that risk. And yes, Indian startups has been a rise like anything else. So that's that won't affect our investment decisions because we are limited to listed companies. But anyway, next slide. Industry focus, we'll look at some promising industries which we can look on to invest in the next 3 years. Yes, please, next slide. Yes, the first thing is pharmaceuticals. Obviously, top performer of 2020 will continue at least for the next 1.5 years till COVID completely subsides. Information technology, everything has gone online, remote learning, remote working, everything. So that's IT will also perform very well. Banking and finance, yes, there were a few stress companies over here, but government measures in addition to the emergence of fintechs, neobanks, these new innovative financial products are going to take the game to the next level. Telecom, internet services, obviously they're going to do well. Renewable energy, as the regulations kick in, we've seen a lot of electronic vehicle companies and all do really well. And yes, hospitality, aviation, tourism, they've suffered the most in the pandemic. And as soon as things open up, they're going to see a very good boom. Leading investors have expressed confidence in this, and so do I. Next, please. So what about our portfolio? So next we're going to take some assumptions. Next slide. I've investor profile, I've taken it to be 45 years. Risk appetite is moderate to high. Portfolio is moderately aggressive, and technology orientation of the person is high because we need to be sure about what we're investing. So that person's tech orientation needs to be known. Next slide. So asset allocation areas, equity, currency, commodities, crypto, fixed interest. I'll go through them really quickly. Equity is large cap, small cap, mid cap. Large cap is more for consistency and safety, whereas mid cap and small cap are for growth. So we'll be allocating it well. Currency, we have it is to mitigate the local risks taking place, and also it's a hedge against the domestic markets because a lot of times they function in an inverse manner. And commodities, okay, it's a high risk return trade-off sometimes, but acts as a hedge against inflation. If inflation goes up, obviously stock prices may decrease, but commodities will be performing well. Cryptocurrency is very volatile, very risky, the most risky to be honest. Need to exercise extreme caution, and we need to invest in only value creating cryptocurrencies and not the ones which just give gains. Fixed interest, safest of all. So that's the base. Next slide, please. We're going to talk about the allocation and the rationale behind that. Equity, obviously, the sectors I mentioned, that'll take 50% of our investment. Currency will take 15%. I'm looking at a currency basket of Brazilian real, USD, Russian ruble, Chinese RMB, combination of proven currencies and emerging currencies, both of them. Also, commodity, I'm looking at gold. Commodity, I'm looking at gold. I'm also looking at consumer commodities like rice and wheat. Not mentioned here, but yes, I forgot to mention it. Cryptocurrency, I'm looking at Bitcoin and Ethereum, value creating currencies, smart contracts. When they kick in, Ethereum is going to do really well, and it might give Bitcoin a very close fight as far as market cap is concerned. And fixed interest is 15%. So cryptocurrency is 5%, the least, because it's really risky and volatile. And I think that's my investment allocation and rationale.
Go to his Excel sheet.
I just like to say that my Google sheet, I was just in the midst of filling the prices of the stocks up. All details are feeded because I was just the only person at the last moment. I could not finish it. I was just have to feed in the prices of the stocks. So if you can allow me like 5 minutes, I could do that with the permission of the judges and the organizers. Just a few numerical.
Honestly, Sahaj, it's fine if you don't have the prices for now, as long as you've listed all the companies you want to invest in, right?
Yes, like I've listed the companies.
Yeah. So it's fine.
It's okay
fine.
for now.
Go ahead with this.
Okay.
Let's proceed
I'm
with
really
this, but
sorry.
the only thing is,
That's fine. We can go get to the questions now.
the only thing is that we are not able to see the percentage allocation in equities as a part of the portfolio.
Yes, sir. So can I say that orally, sir?
Yeah, please.
Yes. So IT companies would see, I have divided it into 4 to 5 sectors. So on an average, it would be about 20%, but I would like to go in for an increased weightage in IT sector and in the tourism aviation sector, because that is what is going to boom a lot. The other sectors are going to continue from their bull run, which they received last year, but these are growth companies, and I would allocate mid cap and large cap in equal variations in each sector. So that's my entire rationale. And yes, the renewable also I would like to give about 25% weightage. So 25% for renewable, 25% for IT, 25% for tourism, and the rest would be in the other sector.
Okay, great. So there are other commodities also other than gold?
Yes, sir. Gold, crude oil, steel, and natural gas. I felt these four good. Gold is like an ever shining thing, so that's there. Crude oil has good liquidity, and yes, it might suffer a bit if electronic vehicles pitch in, but we have hedged for that by investing in electronic vehicle companies as well. So that is not a very big issue. And steel and natural gas, steel we recently saw it boomed a lot, and with infrastructure coming in, steel will do quite well.
Red 6, you have invested more amount than required in this commodities.
Yeah, so actually, yeah, I was in the midst of adjusting the amounts itself. So because I had to make some last minute changes because I was the only person, right? So it was really time crunching for me to do the entire thing. I'm really sorry for that, but I would like proportionately decrease it to, the percentage allocation by which I mentioned, that's my base. So I would just do the calculation and do it.
Ashutosh sir, do you have any questions for him?
No, I just went through everything and I have filled up the score sheet. Because I don't think there is much point of asking any question because he has already done all the analysis and everything. So
I have a little question. I have a little small question, and I would request him to answer in a very brief thing. So he has said multiple times in this presentation that gold will be the hedge against inflation, and that will basically hedge against the inflation. So any thoughts in that the gold is 14% down in the last 12 months, and the CPI and core inflation are at record highs?
Yes, sir. So, sir, inflation, as far as I was talking about inflation, I didn't mention it, but I was focusing on the consumer commodities, say eatables, wheat, rice, those commodities. Gold and inflation don't really have that kind of, because gold is, say, it's a luxury for a lot of us. So gold is not related to that, but the other commodities like consumer commodities, I was talking about them.
Okay.
Really, again, I'm really sorry for my amounts mix up because it was really time crunching for me. I'm so sorry.
You didn't have a teammate?
No,
right?
my teammate,
Okay.
he had a health emergency today morning, so he had
Okay,
to.
okay, yeah. Okay, fine.
So, thank you.
We can move forward to the next team, which is Ford 16.
Hi, my presentation is really long. Can I present my own screen so that I'll have control?
Yeah,
Sure.
Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yes.
Hi. You'll be presenting alone.
No, my teammates also
Okay,
joined.
okay. Yeah.
17. May I start?
Yeah, you can.
So, good afternoon, sir. The overview of international markets after COVID was that the global supply chain was affected very hard. And with Wuhan being an epicenter of manufacturing and also the pandemic, it caused all of these global supply chain shortages. And that actually started the China plus one ideology. People want to have manufacturing in China and another location. So also interest rates are at an all-time low, which is racking up inflationary pressures everywhere. In the Indian market, with with the COVID, there's a lot of inflow of FDI with people setting up manufacturing here. We've recently seen the incoming of Tesla, a major player, they're planning to enter India in the recent future. And I would say Indian markets are at a very healthy place right now for investment. So according to us, the top 5 sectors to invest money in would be chemicals, pharmaceutical, technology, QSR, and renewable energies. And I'd like to avoid investment in metals, tier 2 NBFCs, public sector holdings, hotels, and oil. First, I'll show you my equities portfolio. My father's into production of plywood, and one of the major raw materials used in the production of plywood is phenol. It is a part used to it is a this thing ingredient used to make glue. And recently, anti-dumping duty was imposed onto in India. And because of that, Deepak Nitrite, which is the biggest phenol producer in India, its share went for a bull run. And I believe that it'll be on a rise in the recent future for the next 3 years at least. And that is why I've invested a very significant amount in Deepak Nitrite. Next, Burger King India. After the pandemic, a lot of people, want to start going out and eating out, and QSRs are preferred by young Indians, which is why I've invested in Burger King. Same with Jubilant Foods. People want to go out and eat, and QSR is very popular amongst young people. Reliance is actually one of the safest companies to invest in, according to me. It has a wide range of sectors it's involved in, so it'll balance off all the losses if any of the sectors, God forbid, faces one. Divis is actually a very nice company that I invested in. It makes API. It is a raw material used for medicine, used to make medicines. I'm not sure. I'm not very good at chemistry, but because of Wuhan and China plus one, a lot of people are coming into India and asking for API. And Divis is one of the major producers of that in India. Loris is a pharmaceuticals giant, and it does job work. It's a contract manufacturer for other global companies, and it's growing at a fast pace, and I believe it could be a multi-bagger. Pi Industries is a market leader in agrochemicals, and it has received a lot of support from the Indian government in the past. Also, Indian government is trying to promote farmers and agriculture, which is why I believe that.
Just go a little faster, bro, please. It's just a minute left.
So for Forex, I've chosen three main: USD, CNY, and JPY. All three because USD and JPY are the safest currencies you can invest in. They've always been constant. And CNY because China, despite the pandemic, has been the biggest exporter, and it's one of the most used currencies in import-export trade. For commodities, we've chosen gold, copper, and natural gas. Gold is a ever shining commodity, and copper has a huge demand in the future because it's used heavily in electric vehicles. Natural gas has low carbon emissions, and it has a greater support as compared to crude oil and others. As for cryptocurrency, I'm a cryptocurrency investor myself. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Shiba Inu, and Dogecoin and Tether USD are the ones we've invested in. Bitcoin and Ethereum because they're the two main cryptocurrencies. Most of the currencies are based off them. Shiba Inu is the most recent currency, and it's on a 88,000% rise since last August. Dogecoin has done very well in the past, and I expect it to do very well. And Tether USD is the mirror of USD in the cryptocurrency world, which is why we've invested in that. We've created a 10 crore of fixed deposit for fixed interests, and we expect the following returns as seen on your screen. We expect 18 to 20% from equities, 12 to 15% from commodities, 50 to 60% from crypto, 7 to 9% from Forex, 5% from fixed income. And overall, from our portfolio, we expect a 16 to 18% return with a fairly low risk. We are I believe both of us are unique because both of us individually are investors. Both of us hold a portfolio, and we have a very diverse portfolio. Like I myself, I'm on a 250% return in cryptocurrency. I'm on a 70% return in stock. I mean equity. And Vishesh also has a very diverse investing.
Yeah, even I'm having a portfolio over 30 lakhs. So that's
okay, guys. Y'all are taking too long. Y'all are deviating too much past the time allotted to you.
We're finished.
Yeah, no, but we just want you to keep in mind, like they have exactly 5 minutes, so no unfair advantage should be gained by the teams who have spoken extra.
We just took around 30 or 40 seconds after the
yeah no just informing.
Tech volunteer, please share the Excel sheet.
This is not ours.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Abhishek sir, Ashutosh sir, do you have any questions for them?
No.
So even I don't have any questions, so I have done the marking part.
Just one little question, as he was saying that he had got 70% returns on equity. So on what time frame was he talking about?
That was I started investing soon after the first wave ended, sir.
Okay. So from that time, the index has given more than 100% returns. And you're saying that you got 70% returns.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I think we can move to the next participant.
Okay. Next participant is Crimson. Crimson.
Yes. Okay. Will we be sharing screen or you? Okay, you will be sharing it. All right.
What do you want to do? You can also share.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
my
share
teammate
it.
will be sharing it. Crimson 14.
You want to share it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is my screen visible?
Yeah.
All right.
Hi there, judges. My name is Adil Ahmed, and my teammate is Anoki Aki. So we'll be talking about our investment portfolio and how we're going to allocate assets. Anoki, next slide, please.
So they say successful investing is about managing risk and not avoiding it. So that's exactly why we are here. We are here to present according to us, the best investment plan for a high net worth individual. Starting off with the overview of the financial services in India, the growing demand. Investment corpus in India in the Indian insurance sector might rise to $1 trillion by 2025. And innovation is the key to everything. So emerging digital coal investment options has been very beneficial, as well as the recent recent e-rupee by the Pradhan Mantri of India. So we have also got a lot of policy support. The government has approved 100% FDI for insurance intermediaries, and the growing penetration, that is the credit, insurance, and investment penetration, is rising in the rural India. Overview of the US market. So talking about the REITs, that is the real estate investment trusts. So they have been rebounding as the valuation was affected and they became undervalued during the pandemic. So it has been rebounded because of the infrastructure development. And the commodity pairs are those forex currency pairs from countries with large amounts of commodity reserves. So as trading starts increasing, these currencies will also start gaining. So talking about the sectors which we are planning to invest in, starting off with the banking sector. So because we feel that they have the ability to generate excellent returns on a consistent basis, and they are a very smart long-term investment, and they also have a support from the government constantly. So we feel it's very beneficial to invest in that. And infrastructure sector, it is considered to be a backbone of any economy, and the government is also trying to focus on more and more infrastructure development. Information technology, this may include AI as well. So due to the pandemic, there has been a lot of demand for AI and infrastructure technology, and we feel that AI is the future of the world, in fact. And electrical vehicles too is in a growing demand. My colleague will take over.
Yeah. So we are trying to avoid these sectors. Basically, multiplexes, aviation, everything have been really hard hit, and they'll take a really long time come back. If you see, multiplexes have been really affected by the on-demand telecast and everything. So that's the reason I feel like it will take a really long time, and they'll be facing long losses of as such. I mean, entertainment industry, even though it's growing, the thing is that they have been hit by a roadblock. This pandemic gave them a roadblock. Other than that OTT platform, they're not able to find any source of offline entertainment, which is not possible. And oil, gas, as we told, like because of growing EV segment and everything, oil and gas, coal, everything are like environmentally bad, and there's environmental issues, and the people are starting to avoid it. And even the government is trying to support them. Next one, please.
So the equity market. So we feel equity market is extremely beneficial, and that's why we are planning to invest nearly 40 crores into this market. We have diversified our investment approximately to around 7 to 8 sectors, that is banking, FMCG, chemical, pharma, automobile, metal, and real estate.
Okay, and I'll just add on one more point. The reason one of my go-to one, and I like to say, is Bajaj Auto. The thing is that Bajaj Auto has really been performing well, and in the African market, they're dominating because of the low-cost vehicles and about the amount of vehicles they're able to produce. And Bajaj Auto is also going in the EV segment, which is really great and which is going to make them grow exponentially. Next slide. For the cryptocurrency, we have been really simple. We're going to take Ethereum, Cardano, and Chainlink. Cardano and Chainlink are fairly new, so we are going to keep at a minimum in comparison. But the Ethereum is a really good one because it's all the crypto, Bitcoin, everything is every Chainlink was it? All right, yeah. Ethereum is the main cryptocurrency. I feel. Next one.
Also in Cardano, so there has been a long anticipated upgrade for Cardano. So this update could also help Cardano compete on equal levels with Ethereum.
Next one. Commodity, we want to be simple. Gold and aluminum, copper. Gold is always the perfect, and aluminum and copper because of the growing demand of aluminum and copper for every industry as such. Yes, and we would like to show the portfolio. We don't want to extend our time. Yeah. This is all simple. We'll be focusing on the euro and USD and Australian dollar and USD market.
So now
yeah, I guess this is.
You must be thinking, why is our investment portfolio unique? So we have simply reasoned out why our investment portfolio is unique. We have diversified into multiple sectors, which is extremely important for any investment portfolio. And we have simple target, that is our goal. We want to have good returns, and transparency is very essential in any business, any investment portfolio you are doing. So you must know where you're investing, which company, the future prospects of every company. So that's what we have kept in mind. And also we have made our, as I mentioned, we don't avoid risk. We are not avoiding risk. We are maintaining it. We know how to manage our risk. So that's about our investment portfolio.
Can you share our Excel sheet?
Yeah. Technology, please share the Excel sheet.
Yeah. So this is the way, and if you can see, we have gone into every sector as detailed as possible. We have tried to be a bit like uniform with what we are investing. Can you show the other equities, currencies, and everything?
Judges, do you all have any questions?
None from my side.
Ashutosh, sir.
So what was the age of the person for whom you were doing this investment? Like made this portfolio exactly?
It was around 45 years. So he was going to turn 45, and he wanted stable earnings through his investment. So he came to us.
Okay, got it.
Our next team is Goodwill. Can we go to Goodwill?
Okay, thank you for your time. Hope you have a good day.
Do you want to screen share or do you want me to do it?
Goodwill.
Hey guys, I'll just add a small point in between. So, see, why I'm not asking a lot of questions and all, because I'm more from the risk analysis part, right? And in the risk analysis part, I'm majorly in the cryptocurrency market for around 1 year now. So, there are like 150 plus factors which we can analyze over a given crypto. So that's why I'm not asking exactly in the portfolio management. And I think Abhishek sir has enough knowledge that he can ask questions on my behalf also. So yeah, that's why I'm just scoring things up.
No issues, sir. No issues. Goodwill, do you want to present or should we?
Yeah, sure, we'll present.
Can you give, okay. Can we please spotlight Goodwill?
Can you all please turn on your camera?
Yeah, sure.
Your teammate?
On the spotlight.
Yeah. You can start.
Yeah, just a
Give
second.
me 1 second to start a timer. 1 second.
You can
Yeah, you all can
share.
start.
What?
It's already being shared, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to
Or
share?
Yeah, we want to share actually. A very good morning to all the young investors, judges, and the organizers present there. So we'll take you to a journey of the financial investment. It's a roller coaster with lots of ups and downs. So be ready for that. So today we'll cover the 5 sectors that we should stay in. What was the investment pedagogy we followed in? What is in which commodities have we invested the most, and why is our plan unique? So talking about the sectors that are really appreciable for now. So first of all is the banking sector. As we see that the mutual funds, they have increased their allocation. A lot of proportion of banking sector has been increased. Moreover, in the budget, the government has allocated 20,000 crores for bank recapitalization. And after the COVID-19 pandemic, there will be a reason to boost the banking sector to finance more infrastructure projects, bringing in more finance requirements. Moving towards the infrastructure sector, the budget, in fact, puts light a lot on infrastructure. The capital expenditure has been increased to 5.554 lakh crores. Moreover, the government is trying to bring metro and a lot of urbanization to even tier 2 cities like Nagpur. Talking about the pharmaceutical sectors, the vaccination drive is in full swing. The medical sector is in full swing. We'll require a lot of medicines, vaccination, 35,000 crore have been allocated for that too. So definitely the companies are going to get an amazing boost. Talking about the chemical and the IT sector. So as per the COVID-19 pandemic, we saw work from home and how there's digital transformation, even all the say the events and everything is being happening online, the businesses, everything has shifted to a digital mode. So that brings a huge demand of the IT sector. Now I would like Prabal to take over the investment strategy. Prabal, are you there?
No, I guess he's not here. You can continue.
All right, I'll just continue it on his behalf. So talking about the equity sector, in the equity sector, we have on and around, we have invested 2 crores in around 16 industries. And we have focused on latest IPOs. So when the company launches its IPO, so we usually see that the price is really less, but in few time as compared to the demand and supply, the price increases and it could lead to good profits. In case in the IPOs, there may be losses, there might be underperforming shares also. So to compensate for them, we have invested in big shots like the Tata Motors and Reliance. We know that the Reliance sector is expanding more and more with Geo, and now it is actually entering into the Adani's business of the energy, petrochemical, oil. So definitely the Reliance shares are going to go up. Talking about the Forex sector, the Forex sector is there is a strong banking influence. Talking about the BRICS group, the China is launching its digital currency. And because of that, the China's value is expected to appreciate, and therefore we have also invested a lot in the Chinese yuan. Then coming over the infrastructure, so we have invested a lot in the infrastructure companies. Like today, government has launched 100 lakh crore infrastructure plan. Moreover, as I told earlier about the budget.
It's his internet, right?
Yeah. so
Just
we-
pause the timer now.
Just pause the timer.
Yeah, it's been paused.
I think his teammate
Yeah,
just.
yeah, his teammate is in the waiting room. Just let him
Yeah.
know.
I could screen share if he wants to take over.
Let one of them connect.
Yeah. Goodwill02, are you saying anything?
Hello?
Yeah, Goodwill02, your teammate was presenting and I think his internet connection went, and do you think you can take over?
I'm really sorry. Was I audible?
No,
No,
your connection went like 1.5 minutes left on the timer.
Yeah, just a second, I'll share. Or should I share screen or someone else has started?
No. You can start
And
sharing
if
his.
you're having internet issues, I could do that.
Yeah, I think let our tech
All right.
volunteer do it for you.
Yeah. So where am this slide?
He was on infrastructure slide, I guess.
Yeah, the 6th or 7th page. I'm really sorry. Actually, we were also in the how to get away with scams, so the things have messed a bit. I'm really sorry.
Okay, it's okay. Connectivity issues. It's fine.
Yeah.
You can't control it. Yeah, you can resume now.
Is this slide?
No, the next slide. 2 slides more. 2 slides more.
You can set the timer to.
One more slide. Yeah, were you? The previous one. I'm really sorry. The previous one. The previous one, yeah. So talking about our heavy investments in infrastructure and commodity. So we have highly invested in infrastructure because infrastructure is going to be one of the key weapons that the government is using in order to put the country out of recession, because infrastructure acts as a double-edged weapon that gives employment as well as it generates a lot of revenue after the activities that are supported by the infrastructure. Secondly, coming to commodity, in commodity, we have definitely taken a lot in the gold. Currently, the gold value is 3,500 because the demand was less in the recession period. But now, as the country is coming out, the demand of gold has been increasing really fast. And moreover, we have taken copper and methanol, keeping in mind the future advancement. The next slide, please. We have highly invested in Polygon. Polygon is a cryptocurrency that is by 3 Indians that has surged over 8,000% in the recent time. And the US billionaire Mark Cuban has also invested this for his project lazy.in. And this is definitely going to be a game changer in an investment portfolio. The next, please. The uniqueness of our next slide. The uniqueness of our plan is we have held safety of transaction because we have invested huge amounts in gold, commodity, and balanced in equity 2 crores each so that we can compensate for losses. The return chances are high because of cryptocurrency, tech, and pharma industries, which are always growing, and the future prospects of copper and methanol have been taken into consideration. Thank you so much for patience listening. Should we now present the Excel sheet?
Oh, wait, I'm doing it.
We have not mailed the Excel sheet yet, I believe.
Yeah. No issues. Palakshi, you can present.
All right. So this is the equity portfolio. So as you can see, we have taken 16 companies. So we have taken it from the Tata Motors, have taken from Zomato, the IPO started launching in. We have taken the TCS, Infosys, the big shots. We have taken pharma industry, Reliance industry. We have taken energy, synergy, green industry, because definitely renewable energy is going to be the future. And some more IPOs, and we have distributed 2 crores. Only the 3 crores is in Reliance Industries, so as to make it a big shot, because that is definitely going to rise. Then
If your teammate is trying to say anything, I guess
yeah,
it's network.
actually he has done this part, so he was going to explain it, but the network issues is not permitting him. Let it be Prabal, I'll explain, no issues. He might not be
You
able
can,
to hear us.
yeah,
Mute him.
you can go on. You can
Yeah.
go on.
So talking about the forex sector, so the as compared to the euro USD, definitely the prices of euros are going to be high as compared to USD. We have taken part in the Chinese
Anish, you could mute him for now.
Yeah,
just
just
mute
one of
him.
the tech pointers, mute him.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Yeah. So talking about the Chinese yuan, as I said, that China is launching a digital currency, which is going to definitely increase the Chinese value manifold times. For now, the investments in China has reduced, and actually it was purposely depreciating, and now it's gone up to the reversing thing. The next, please, the commodities. Going on to the commodities. So we have definitely taken a huge pull on gold and silver, because that is something which is always on up. Copper and methanol have been taken into consideration because of a huge requirement of that in future, and especially in the digital transformation and the oil industry. And the US oil has been taken, keeping in mind the safety of transaction. Talking about cryptocurrency. So cryptocurrency, the Matic USD is nothing but the Polygon. That is one of the most promising high yielding polygons by 3 Indians. And we have not included Bitcoin because there's a lot of people, a lot of saturation there. So we thought of taking the cryptocurrencies that actually can show us a boost in the same thing. Then we have taken Doge and Ethereum. Doge and Ethereum have shown 31%, 50% yield per Bitcoin in the last year, and therefore they can guarantee us the safety of transaction. Then lastly, we have taken fixed interest into consideration. We have taken FD of the remaining amount, because that in case we lose out in any of the portfolios or any of the investment strategy, so if this could compensate a bit. So this was our investment plan, and we're expecting good returns. Thank you so much.
So, do you have any questions?
No questions.
Not from my side too.
Then we can move on to our last presentation, which is Persona. Persona 04 and is your team? Persona 07. Persona 04 and 7.
And Persona 04 turn on their video.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can.
Yeah, so a very good morning to the judges, and we would like to present our investment portfolio now. The next slide, please.
So we'll talk about a portfolio that is in equities, cryptocurrencies, commodities, forex market, and fixed interest. So can you move to the next slide? So in equity, we have invested in 4 shares, namely HUL, Nestle, Reliance, and Adani Green. So I'll start with HUL. So HUL will be, it has no debt. It has a 34 times EPS, earnings per share, and it has 0 debt to equity, and has clocked high net sales and net profit of 47,000, 8,000 crores respectively. Nestle. So Nestle has been effectively making use of the shareholders' wealth, and it has EPS has increased, and its return on equity has also improved over the last few years. third, and we are investing into FMCG industries because they are very essential and always have a demand. And secondly, there's 100% FDI and 51% FDI by government, and the GST has been reduced. Then we are into Reliance Industries because it is very safe and has diversified into various sectors from energy to oil. And lastly, Adani Green, because renewable energy, as we see, is getting a boost from the government support. And secondly, that Adani has acquired an SB Energy India support from and gotten support from SoftBank, and has made acquisition in the solar energy industry sector. Next slide. And as we explained, FMCG industry is safe. The renewable energy is a trend, and we'll see a lot of things that is getting support from the government. And FMCG industry is safe, and Reliance is in a diversified sector from energy and petrochemicals. So it's good. Next slide.
Can you see my screen?
I can see your screen. Like, shall I continue?
Sahas, can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can.
The other teammate, if you want to continue.
Okay, so basically in we have invested in Ethereum 6.5 crores, as it has seen a very good growth. Cardano, we have invested 2.5 as it is a new upcoming Bitcoin and is performing well. For XRP and Polkadot, we are investing 50 lakhs. These are the new disruptors in the industry, and we will notice that it's going to do great in the as per the trends. Next slide. Next slide.
Can I continue? Like, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, so for the two currencies that we bought that is USD and Kuwaiti dinar. The major reason for buying Kuwaiti dinar was that the oil prices would definitely rise in the upcoming years, because the US oil reserves would last for about like 10 years or so, and the country Kuwait can provide oil for around 100 years, and with the oil prices rising every day, the currency would rise as well. So the next slide, please. Yeah, next slide, please.
So about gold, we have put our investment in gold as it is all-time. It is at its all-time low price, and now if we invest in it, and it's also supposed to rise with increase in demand as per seasonal trends and in the upcoming festival seasons. Also, the RBI has pegged gold reserves up to 700 ton, and therefore is considered to be a safe haven for investors. Next slide. Next slide. So we have a unique portfolio because like we are putting our risks into Bitcoins and the green energy sector and playing with the trends. And at the same time, we have put high returns into our investments into our fixed deposits. And with that, we have also put into gold and some good equity shares like Reliance and HUL and Nestle. So it is playing with safety and high returns.
So the diversification in our portfolio is basically 40-30, 10-10-10, where 40% goes to the safe funds to cover the losses in case of unforeseen circumstances, and 30% goes to the stocks where we may have moderate risk, but we would eventually have great returns. And the other 10 things, like the other segments where we have allotted 10 crores each, would be the commodities, cryptos, and Forex, where we are taking a bit of a risk with the cryptos and a bit of a risk with the Forex. So we feel that we have a diverse risk profile, as the element of safety is definitely there because of the fixed instruments. If anything goes wrong with the cryptocurrency, then the fixed instruments are there to back us up, and we even have high returns. Thank you.
You can share his Excel sheet. Sir, do you have any questions? We can go forward with that.
Questions? Not from my side.
Can you just move to the equity sheet, please? So there are only 4 stocks.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Do I need to, is it done, sir? Or do I need to show any sheet?
Done.
You can stop presenting, Palak. I would like to thank our judges for joining us and helping us conduct this event and really giving up their helpful remarks. Ashtur sir, hi there. Hello. Ashtur sir.
I'm here only, guys. Just give me a second. Yeah. So there was a question that was asked from me that which cryptocurrencies to invest in the starting. So to make high returns right now, I guess you can go for Tezos, that is XTZ, or you can go for TLM, that is Alien Worlds coin. It is also seeing a good return. So if you do play in the future and options part, you can easily make around 24-25% returns in a span of 6-7 days only. 6-7 भी मैं ज़्यादा बोल रहा हूँ, generally in a span of 3 to 4 days over crypto. And another one suggestion from my side is that like if you guys are in your 20s right now and you are planning to invest and in college right now, so first of all save up for 3 to 6 months of your expenses and start investing after that. Plus, as you guys are young and you don't have much liability, so yeah, try to keep like 30-40% in crypto right now, because crypto is not, crypto का जो market है, that is a very niche market right now. जब stocks बिल्कुल start हुए थे, the market was very volatile. So crypto के साथ भी ऐसा scene है. तो मैंने सबका देखा, people were like only 8 to 10% in cryptos. So yeah, personally don't feel afraid and try it out. So yeah, this was it from my side, and it was really a great event. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you
Abhishek
so
sir.
much. Thank you for the tips.
Abhishek sir, do you have any feedback?
So it was great to hear from all of you guys. All the participants were good and everyone was having their own thoughts and things. So really nice event, and great Sahaj and everyone from the Jain College who had organized such a good event. Now, like Ashutosh has given his thing, I'll just also give you guys one little thing from my side. I'm not a crypto guy, but what I would suggest all of you guys who are, as Ashutosh said, in your 20s and thinking of doing something, do all these exotic things, like cryptos, startups, venture capital, all these things. But also parallelly do invest in the index itself, the NIF in an index fund periodically. So what I personally believe that to get good returns or good wealth, it is not necessary that you get some asset classes which give you a very high return. All you have to save yourself is from a disaster. So keeping that in mind, do invest your own savings on your own funds in an index, probably through a systematic manner, which will give you a rupee cost averaging. These are very, very basic things, but I hardly know people who are following this discipline. So that's something from my side. Everything is very good. Do aapne asset allocation batai, gold, silver, crypto, and everything. But I will still say stick to a plain vanilla thing strategy as well, which is just investing in the index.
Thank you, sir, for your uh, really helpful advice. I think we all would really admire that, and we might go on and start investing in that.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
If any of you have any questions, you can anytime reach me.
Thank you, participants, for joining in. You can start leaving. And thank you, sir, for coming.
Thank you guys for such an amazing event. Thank you.
Thanks for participating.
Yeah.
It's PL here. Everyone gone? PL start.
Ford.
Yeah.
Persona, you can leave.
Should I put him in the waiting room then?
No, just end this meeting. We need it for 2 participants still here, right? Guys, you can leave.
Persona, you can leave.
Yeah.
In this meeting.
Yeah, they've all left.
Oh shit, that dude was merging. I thought he was one of us.
Who? Abhishek. End this meeting.
Like he was
Host.
just there.
Relax.